First thing we're going to do now that we've determined our VIN number in the vehicle we're going to use ProLink to determine the cold cranking amps and the BCI group for the battery that's supposed to be an OEM, OE exact fit battery. The cold cranking amp for the battery that should be in the vehicle should be 550, and the BCI group is a 35. And we found that by going into ProLink and entering the vehicle VIN number. Alright, what we're going to do right now, we're going to utilize a hydrometer and test the cell in this battery and see if the battery's good. By this hydrometer, we're getting about 1150, which would indicate a bad cell. And utilizing the hydrometer, a fully charged battery should be about 1265. When tested each of the cells, 0.025 is the maximum difference between cells that is acceptable. Dead cells in the batteries are more often caused by the loss of water through charging or normal evaporation. At this time we've removed the battery from the vehicle and we're going to conduct an open voltage test. Get it back in range here where it needs to be. And as always, anytime you're working with a battery, you want to make sure you have your PPE on, your safety glasses, and things like that when needed. So we're going to test this battery. And this battery is at 12.3 volts. But when we test it on the hydrometer before, it does have a dead cell in the battery. Alright, at this time we're going to do a conductance test on this battery. I'm going to hook up the red to the positive and the black to the negative. Alright. Alright, voltmeters.
Those young eyes, we don't want to.
The battery is out of the vehicle, so I've set it for out of vehicle. It's an automobile. It's a regular flooded battery. CC amps. This is a 650 battery. I've set it for 650. Enter, and it's going to conduct the test. Alright, battery is at 12.25 volts. It measured 50 cold cranking amps. It's rated at 650. And at this time the machine is recommending to replace the battery. Alright, this time we're going to conduct a load test on this battery. We've determined the cold cranking amps, and to do the load test you're going to divide the cold cranking amps in half, which for this battery that's in this vehicle would be about 278. We've zeroed out the amps, we're good to go. So I'm going to start the test at this time.
Hey James Earl. Hey, y'all get that back door opened up, please. Hey, can you guys get this back door opened up for a few minutes?
Alright, so we're good. At this time we're going to connect the battery charger. It's already connected at this time. But when you're hooking up the charger, you will connect the positive terminal first, which the battery is marked positive. The negative needs to be to a negative ground somewhere on the engine block or frame or somewhere if possible. As a last resort, you would use the negative on the battery itself. Once you have them on, you can then plug the machine in and turn it on. You never have the machine on or plugged in while you are connecting. Make the connections prior to plugging it in and turning on the power. The process for disconnecting is just the opposite. You're going to turn the power off, unplug it, disconnect the negative, and then disconnect your positive. Now the difference between the charger that we're utilizing and a slow charger or a trickle charger is the slow or trickle charger is uses low amperage over an extended period of time. And while we've done all our tests on the battery, we can also, before we reinstalled it, you could need to service and clean the battery. You would remove the cables and use a battery cleaning tool, clean the posts, clean the terminals and everything to make sure all the connections are good. Because sometimes when you have bad connection, whatever, that can be some of the issues. with your batteries. Like I said, we would clean and service it before we had reinstalled it.